Of course I'm at the hospital. My hair is sick. Send.
Are you sending?
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today we will be ranking every Kai suit. As you can see here, we will be ranking all of them. I found this tier list and I decided, you know what, for the first little video in this series where I want to rank every ninja suit, I think Kai is a good character to start with. Not only is he my favorite character, but he is also the first character to speak in the show, so it only makes sense to start with him, and plus I am wearing the red, so you know, it really just fits. Yeah. Now, only problem here with this list, it does not feature a Legacy ZX Kai. So if you want to know, he's obviously an S tier. Legacy ZX Kai is obviously an S tier, so even though he's not on this list, he is an S tier. So just with that out of the way. So I think we should just begin this ranking. I have organized them based on appearance in the show, and the way I'll be ranking them is based on two factors, both actual appeal of the suit, and story importance in the show. Some of these figures are non-canon, and those figures will rank lower because they're not as relevant, while some suits are very story focused but may not have the appeal, but since they are important, I'll probably rank them a little bit higher. But anyway, those are the criteria that I've set for myself, and without further ado, let's begin with the first suit he ever wore, which was his blacksmith suit. Now, I have to say, not the biggest fan of this one. It's kind of basic, doesn't really give off that ninja vibe, which is, you know, maybe it's because it's not a ninja suit, but it's not that appealing to me, so I think I'll put this at a C. Not bad, not the worst ever, but I'll give it a C. Now for the pilots, honestly, I really like these robes. I think they do the job of being the first ones, but I think they have been remade and they have been done better in later years. So I'll give them an A for effort, because obviously effort was put in, but I think they are good. Then we got the ZX, no, not ZX, the DX, the Dragon Extreme suits. I like them, they're on the same level to me. These two kind of they're interchangeable for me. They kind of do the same thing. I think I like the DX ones a little bit more. They are a little bit more stylized. But other than that, my camera froze. I don't know why that did. I don't know why that happened. But other than that, they're all right. Kendo, honestly a D. Not really a fan of Kendo really. It's a training suit. It does what it has to do, but yeah, it's fine. Then we got ZX. Now ZX is my childhood, so I'll give that an S. I do think the new ZX suits are better. I think they are more detailed and do a better job. The only thing I don't like about the new ones is the hood piece. I think I do prefer the original ones. But overall, I think the new ones are an improvement, but they're both S tier. So this one will symbolize both of them, because for some reason, this list didn't have the new legacy ones, and I couldn't be bothered to add the new ones, really. And then we got NRG. Now this is kind of non-canon. It's really only a minifigure, and I have to be honest, not the biggest fan. It's not bad. It does the job of being a powered-up version, but it's also not that interesting in my opinion. It's just a red minifigure with a little bit of fire detail and stuff. It doesn't have that kind of suit complexity that I'm looking for, if that even makes sense of what I'm saying. Then we got Kimono. Kimono, straight into S tier. Yeah, now obviously the minifigure doesn't have the armor piece, but in the show it does, and I'm ranking it based off the show. And in the show, it looks really good with the armor piece. The gold really matches well with this suit, and I absolutely love it. Techno Kai, this may be controversial, another S tier. Now this is purely nostalgia speaking, because Rebooted was the first season I watched, so I have a lot of nostalgia for this Kai here, but I do like it. The only problem, no leg printing, but I do really like the rest of the suit, and I think its importance in Rebooted as actually being something meant to disguise the ninja. It's not that relevant, but the whole reason they get these suits and stuff is kind of plot important, and that's what I kind of like about them. Golden Kai. Now the minifigure does a little bit of a disservice. I do also like it a little bit more because it has leg printing, but it also doesn't do a good job at representing what actually appeared in the show. So it goes on the same level as NRG because it doesn't represent the actual show appearance that good. And then again, the actual show appearance is just the techno robes, but gold. And I kind of like Kai being red. So I'm not a fan of Kai in gold. I way prefer him in red. He is the red ninja. I made a whole argument. Stone Armor Kai, he's alright. He's alright. Kai in silver is a color scheme that I don't think should work, but I do really like it. I think Kai in silver is really cool. Now this minifigure is actually better than the show because it has proper leg printing. This is a minifigure that I do not own. I do not own Stone Armor Kai, so I'm not really want to talk about Stone Armor Kai. I'm not a huge fan how the minifigure has a gunmetal gray shoulder padding. That's not, I don't really see the point in that. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think it should have been silver like it was in the show. But I'm ranking it based off how it was in the show, and I do like, I do like the suit. Then we got a Tournament Kai, at least the first one. Now this one, I would have, if you asked me a couple of years ago, I would have said S. But because of Dragon's Rising Season 2 and the new tournament robes, it goes in A. Just because I think the new ones are better, and I think the new ones do a vast improvement, and therefore I think this one has kind of been knocked off its pedestal. It's not as unique anymore, and I think once we get to this, you really know what we are talking about. Then we got Jungle Kai, another one I'm very nostalgic for, and therefore I will give it S tier. I'm being very generous here. I'm being very generous because I am very nostalgia biased, especially to the original suits. Those are my childhood. So I'm giving Jungle Kai the benefit of the doubt. I know a lot of people are not a huge fan of these, but it was used a lot in promotional and marketing and stuff, so I really like it. The only thing I don't like is the minifigure has like this kind of, it has the Deadpool I don't know what it's called, armor piece. It's not an armor piece, but like the Deadpool mold to hold the swords, not the best. I'm not a huge fan of that. I would have preferred an actual armor piece, but as it is in the show, I do really, really like it. Then we got Deepstone Kai. Come on. Do I even need to say anything? I think it's pretty obvious that I love the Deepstone suits, and I think most of the fandom loves the Deepstone suits. Only problem I have with the Deepstone suits, they kind of appear out of nowhere. Like they just start possession off with them, and I think I would have liked them a little bit more if they only started appearing in Peekaboo. Like that is when they got the Deepstone suits. But I do think that would have clashed with like the whole spooky aesthetic and stuff. The way I like view it. This is my brain here. For the first 5 episodes of Possession, canonically they have the jungle suits. Okay, stick with me here. This is my little theory. They have the jungle suits canonically, but aesthetically, because of the whole spooky vibe, the show crew wanted to use this Deepstone suits earlier. So really, these should only appear after Peekaboo, and then they should be using this. But because these would be a total tone clash of, because the jungle suits would be a total tone clash with the aesthetics and stuff and the vibes, I think it makes sense to start off with the Deepstone suits. So that is my opinion. Here we got another non-canon suit. It's the Airjitsu Kai. Going in B. Actually, it's going in C. Not a huge fan of it. I am nostalgic for it, but one, non-canon, and 2, I prefer NRG, really. Skybound Kai. Need I say more? The Skybound suits are probably the best thing about Skybound, if I'm being honest. I love the Skybound suits to death. I love the little Airjitsu symbol that they have. I think that is really cool. I think the gold is perfect, and I love the Skybound armor piece. The armor piece is absolutely perfect. I love it. And I do think it was remade a little bit better when in the Tournament of Sources. I do kind of I do prefer this armor piece that Tournament Kai has. but it originated in Skybound, and I love it. Honorary Kai, Day of the Departed Kai, absolutely peak. It is way better than the original Pilot Kai. I think it combines ZX Kai and Pilot Kai in the perfect way possible. I love how it still has the fire, like the line symbol, but it mixes in the dark red arms and stuff of the ZX Kai. It is absolutely perfect, and it is so cool, and I love it. Hands of Time Kai, or whatever, Fusion Kai, whatever this suit is called. This is a B. I know a lot of people like these suits because they are so detailed, but honestly, to me, these feel like such a like, how do you describe it? It feels too much like it's trying to copy the Possession suits, you know? They have the same armor piece, they try to be a little bit darker, and like, they just introduced the Skybound armor piece. But then they go back to using the ZX armor piece in black, like the Possession suits. Like, these feel kind of lazy to me. And I think they try to compensate with having a lot of extra detailing and stuff in like the actual printing. But overall, like, I'm not a huge fan of it. And plus, I'm not a huge fan of how it uses Kai's dark red. Normally, the dark red is an accent color, but here it's used as the main color. And I'm not a huge fan of that. I would have preferred the bright red. I think that looks more aesthetically pleasing. And if you're not, just use black, really. Like, have you paid attention to the Skybound and the Deep Stone and the kimono suit? If you're going to use anything as the background color, you should use black, and if not, just bright red. But overall, not the biggest fan. Movie Kai can go straight into C tier. Not a huge fan of it. I don't like how it tries to like blend black and red. I think suits like Skybound and Deep Stone combine those two colors way better, and kimono, of course. And I think Movie kind of misses the mark with having like almost a wholly black mask, but with only this red bandana going over it, and then having the torso be red, but then the legs be fully black almost. Not the biggest fan of this. Now, SOG Kai is an improvement over Movie Kai, but the thing I don't like about these suits, and the Oni trilogy suits in general, except March of the Oni, is the hood piece. I'm not a fan of the hood piece. I do think SOG is better than Hands of Time Kai. I think it's better than Golden Kai and NRG Kai. But ultimately, not a fan of the hood piece. I'm not a fan of that hood piece. This one can go straight into that. Then we got Hunted Kai. I really like Hunted Kai. It feels like such a scrapped together and like homemade suit. If that makes sense, because it kind of is. This is, it goes in A tier. I think I prefer it over Torment Kai. I really like this suit. I really like Hunted in general. Hunted is probably my favorite out of the Oni trilogy seasons. And I really like this suit based on what it actually represents. And it does something way better than Movie Kai, which is it has the more red mask. While the Movie Kai has a total black mask, I prefer the red of Hunted Kai. And I think it looks really good. Then we got the Dragon Flyer Kai. This would have been on the same level as Hunted Kai if it had the armor piece and was actually canon. But as of now, it's only slightly better than SOG. It's only slightly better. You can go there. Like, okay, Legacy Kai. Not even because he is in way too many sets. But it's also, I'm not a fan of the Legacy suits in general. They are kind of basic and boring. I'm not a fan of them. Armor Kai, not a fan of the Season 11 suits. So he can go and see. He is better than Legacy Kai, only by a little, and he's better than the other suits. Actually, Legacy Kai, you can go up there. You're alright. He's a little bit better than Legacy Kai, but not by much. And then both of these two can go straight into D tier, because not only are they non-canon, but also not a fan of the Forbidden Spinjitzu hoods. Then we got a Digikai. He's alright. He's going at the top of C tier. Not a fan of like the era where they try to have specialized hoods for all of the characters. I'm not a huge fan of that. I wish they just stuck with them being ninjas, if I'm honest. But that's my hot take. Avatar Kai. Honestly, Kai with blonde hair kinda works, if I'm being honest. I kinda like it. He's going at the top of B. Not at the bottom of B, I mean. Hero Kai. I recently rewatched Master of the Mountain, so I'm maybe a little bit recency biased. But he's going in A. Like, honestly, I know I just said I wasn't a fan of like the specialized hoods era. Hero Kai is an exception. I really like Hero Kai. I like the big symbol of like the dragon, of his like symbol. I think, is it a dragon or a lion? It was a lion. Lloyd has the dragon. I'm a fake fan, guys. Spinjitzu Burst Kai is non-canon. Island Kai, he goes there. I really like Island Kai. It's a pretty good like Kai suit. It does the job. Scuba Kai, non-canon, and isn't even a ninja suit, so I'm not really a fan. I don't know what this suit is called, so I'm just gonna put him there. He looks alright. Was it the Epic Battle Pack? No, it wasn't the Epic Battle Pack. I don't remember, but it was from the packs. I only have the Cole suit. So this is... Okay, so I don't own... I should probably go over this. I should have said this, but I don't own this Kai, the Epic Battle Pack Kai, Scuba Kai, Burst Kai, and Island Kai. I don't own those. So, yeah, I'm just putting that out there. My Ninjago collection is lacking a little bit. Legacy 2 Kai. This is a figure I used to own, but I sold. So that probably says a lot. He's better than SOG. No, he's better than Dragonfire 2, actually. He's a good remake of the original tournament Kai. But he doesn't quite top it, or even match it, if I'm being honest. Like, I mean, I like it, but... yeah. Golden Kai, I mean, he's alright. Like I said, not a huge fan of the old gold suits. I think I prefer him over, like, Techno Gold Kai, and SOG Kai, actually. Fuji Kai, Fugitive Kai, and from Crystallized. I think these suits were a good return to form for me. They were really good ninja suits when I first watched Crystallized, and I think he goes in top of A, really. I do really like the Fugitive suits. Golden Kai, he's, I want to say just below Fugitive Kai. But I think I prefer those suits above Golden Kai. And this is another figure that I don't own. Actually, Fugitive, I don't own Fugitive Kai either, guys. I'm a fake fan, guys. Fake fan. But I don't own Fugitive Kai and I don't own Golden Kai. I never got the sets that had them in. So I am forever a fake fan. But yeah. Jeez, I don't own any crystallized Kais. I don't own any. Dragon Kai. I own all the other Dragon Ninjas because I got them secondhand or something. No, I got Jay from video. Yeah. Point is, I don't own this one either. I'm a fake fan, guys. Not really a huge fan of him. I'm not the biggest. I think I prefer him. I'll put him here. He's alright. He is cool. I will give him the cool factor. But I do prefer kind of regular ninja suits. Those are the kind of types of suits that I like. Those are the suits I like. As you can probably see by top row. And we will get to some regular ninja suits, don't you worry. Core Kai, massively overrated. Overrated as hell. The core spinners, not even canon. Now we get to some good suits. We're back to the good stuff. Dragon's Rising Kai. Pretty good first suit. Pretty good first suit for Dragon's Rising. I'm not a huge fan of the round hood. Like, it doesn't give... I like... Well, that's not really what I mean. With most of my favorite Kais, they have like this little sharp edge on their nose. And like, they have the sharp edge. I like that. I think that looks cool. And this one simply has no sharp edges. It's kind of like a circle. It's still cool, but it's going at the bottom of A. Not canon. Mech Pilot Kai. Do I want to put him that high? I love the Mech Pilot suits. I think I prefer Deepstone and Honor more. But Mech Pilot Kai is really cool. Climber Kai. Now, I know I just said that I don't like the roundness of the Dragon's Rising Season 1 suits. And this one kind of has the same problem, but it does have that little edge on the nose. And I do like that. And I know it might sound insane, but that does bump it all the way up to S tier for me. Tournament Kai, the new Tournament of Sources. Not now. This is an improvement. Massive improvement of the original tournament robes. Not only do I prefer the redesigned hair for Kai, I think it looks cooler and it's like an actual Lego piece and stuff. And not only does he actually have a shoulder pad and stuff, but I honestly think just the robe design in general is better. I think I actually prefer him over Kimono. Storm Kai can fuck off, really. Ghost Hunter Kai, I think it's pretty good. It does have the edge, but also, for some reason, with the Ghost Hunter suits, the mold mark for the mask is like in the middle of the mask. And that's kind of ugly. I just got a message on my phone, which I can't check. So, I'm gonna put him there. Fire Master Kai. Where did he just go? How did I lose track of him so quickly? Am I actually blind? I might actually be blind, guys. Oh, he went in. he should not have gone into D tier. I'm so sorry. Not only is he not canon, but I'm also not a huge fan of him. Like I've stated so many times, I prefer them when they are actual ninja suits. And this one isn't that. It's more like a master suit. So it's good, but it's not my preference. Then we got Dragonus Form Kai. I don't remember what they're called. Like I said, fake fan, guys. He's alright. Like I just mentioned, I prefer ninja suits, but he's alright. I think he's the best of the bees. So we got a little hive here. We got a little beehive here. And yeah, that's my Kai ranking, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video. More better edited videos will come soon, but this is just a little appetizer for whatever I'm cooking up, and it's an easy way for me to express my opinion on all of the suits and stuff. So yeah, here you go. Bon appetit, and yeah, I'll see you later. Gadget go! Woo! God, I need to come up with something better, man.